We just did it! We changed our city life for a 2,600-mile survival trek through pure, untamed wilderness. We set up our RV in Vancouver with just one mission, to reach Whitehorse, a town in the heart of the legendary Yukon. But this isn't a boring travelogue. This is the story of the craziest road trip we've ever taken. An adventure that brought us face to face with some of the most insane landscapes and incredible wildlife you'll ever see. We'll take you along on our journey and show you what it's truly like to leave it all behind and dive into the wilderness. So grab a snack, settle in, because the craziest trip of your life is about to begin. In this first episode of this series, we'll drive from Vancouver to Macleese Lake in 4 days. We picked up our rented RV and loaded it up at a mega superstore. Canada, here we come! As soon as we left Vancouver, it was game on. The city disappeared from our rearview mirror and made way for something massive: the mountains. The sea-to-sky highway is the most epic transition from city to nature imaginable. The road blasts past deep blue fjords, while on the other side, the granite giants of the mountains loom. You can't help but stop here because your jaw drops in amazement. At Shannon Falls, we felt the icy spray of this massive waterfall and realized just how small we are in this landscape. After admiring Shannon Falls, we drove north. We spent the night in the woods at Paradise Valley Campground, a beautiful spot. We started the day with a hike through Paradise Valley. There was a sign that bears had been spotted. It was quite exciting, walking through the woods together, knowing there were bears roaming free. Armed with bear bells and bear spray, we walked through the woods. It was beautiful. Luckily, we didn't encounter a bear. Tantalus Provincial Park offered amazing views again. We regularly parked the camper along the side of the road and just sat and enjoyed the view. We took the short hike to Brandywine Falls. We always find waterfalls beautiful. Before Whistler, we turned left towards the old Olympic Village. We didn't reach the village, but on that road was our lucky day. On the way to the Olympic Village, we saw 3 bears wandering along the road, leisurely feeding. Impressive, beautiful animals, and seeing them up close. in Whistler, we wanted to hike a trail, but unfortunately that didn't happen. There was still a bit too much snow, and unfortunately, we hadn't packed our ski gear. So we decided to explore Whistler Village. At the end of the day, we went to a beautiful campground at the foot of Nairn Falls. Those waterfalls were impressive. After a short drive, we hiked to Lower Joffre Lake. Our plan was to continue to Upper Joffre Lake, but the thick snow made it impossible. An avalanche blocked the road at Duffy Lake. The road was quickly cleared. This resulted in beautiful pictures of the snow and logs in the lake. The scenery remained stunning. See, for example, Sutton Lake. We stopped at the Hat Creek Range to experience the atmosphere of the Wild West. We then drove on to Clinton. We passed through Lillooet. That's where the Gold Rush Trail begins, which runs from Lillooet to Barkerville. Let's hope we find gold. We started the day with Chasm Canyon. We had a picnic at Lac La Hache. And crossed the Fraser River.
The first few days were a warm-up. We had to get used to this new life in our mobile home and the bizarre scale of everything. The trees grew taller, the rivers wider, the stillness deeper, and then you realize for the next few weeks, you'll be completely dependent on your camper and your supplies, a full tank of fuel, enough food, and a maddening urge for adventure. The first few hundred kilometers were just the beginning. We felt the tension because We didn't know what awaited us in this wilderness.
We ended the day at a truly beautiful campground near McLeese Lake.
If you love the first part of this trip and want to see the next installments, subscribe to our channel now and hit that bell. Then you won't miss the next installment. Until next time, and keep exploring!